So CIVIVI launched a couple knives this month, and I got 2 of them. So what I wanted to do in this video is just kind of give you a compare and contrast between the two, let you know what I kind of thought about both, what I liked about them, that kind of thing. So if you're interested in CIVIVI's new lineup, this is the Biophase, this is the Tacticorix. Let's take a look. Now, CIVIVI did send these to me for free, but they have no input on my content, so please rest assured these are my own opinions. So on the table and size comparison, they are relatively close in size, with the Biophase being just slightly smaller than the Tacticorix. They both have G10 handles. This one's shredded, this one is just regular old coarse G10. Design features obviously significantly different between the two. You have a button lock with the Biophase, and you have a liner lock with the Tacticorix. Real quick overview on the Biophase here. You've got an aluminum G10 handle with the Nitro V blade. You're looking at just over 8. It's like 8.15 inches and about 3 ounces. On the Tacticorix, you're looking at 8.86 inches, so it is a little bit larger, fully open, and you're also looking at about 4.5 ounces on it. So it is a little bit beefier knife. I think personally that the scales on this thing, I like the scales on this better. It looks almost concrete to me. I really like the texture on it and just the overall feel. Both of these blades here are clip point blades, so same basic blade shape, minus obviously the flutes and the design aspect of the Biophase, but same basic blade shape. The Tacticorix features a liner lock. Locks really well. It's got a flipper tab in the back and also thumb stubs. You have an ambidextrous tail side clip, which means you're going to carry tip up, and overall the thing is pretty sturdy. The Biophase, same basic thing. You got an ambidextrous tail side clip that's going to carry tip up. You can go right or left, but this one is a button lock with a flipper tab. I like the way the Biophase opens a little bit more than the Tacticorix. Personally, I like the button lock knives a little bit more, but as you can tell, like, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but it's just solid when it opens. Overall handling between the two, they feel good in the hands. This one fits my hand a little bit better. The Biophase is a little bit smaller, a little bit better for like just a normal sized hand. This is a large EDC knife. The Tacticorix is kind of beefy, to be honest. But I don't necessarily mind it. It is a little bit thinner than I expected for a knife that was so beefy. So, you know, probably slim in your pocket and whatnot. Opening on it, it feels good. It's got a nice click, typical liner lock type click. The Biophase has a really nice, just clunky, I'm here and I'm open. Overall size comparisons, if you want to compare the two, you got the Biophase on top, you got the Tacticorix down on the bottom. To compare to some of CIVIVI's other knives, you got the Elementum, which is significantly smaller, and then you've also got the Praxis, which is in line with where the Biophase is as far as length, and a little bit smaller than where you're at with the Tacticorix. Overall quality on them both is in line with what you would expect from CIVIVI. Very nice quality knives. I would call these like an everyman's, you know, everyday carry type thing. They feel really good. Both of them are good in the hand. I prefer the button lock a little bit more than I do the liner lock, but I like the scales on this a little bit better. They both have things to offer depending on what you're into. I think for me, if I had to choose one, I would probably actually choose, surprisingly enough to me even, I would probably actually choose the Tacticorix. Only because I really like the texture on this scales. I think this is just a really clean looking knife. This is a little bit wild on the style for me, but I do really, really like how this thing opens. So that's just kind of my thoughts, my overview on the two knives that got launched by CIVIVI this month. If you're trying to choose between the two, hopefully this video helped to kind of distinguish the differences between the two of the new CIVIVI lineup. Overall, I gotta say, you can't really go wrong with either of them. I like them both. If it were me, I'd probably end up choosing this one if I could only have one, but fortunately, I've got both. If you enjoyed the video, please like, favorite, comment, subscribe to the YouTube thing. If you're looking for either one of these knives, links obviously in the description below in the first comment. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.